Hey, I'm Eva. I'm the head of marketing at Missive. Today I had a conversation with Dan from Pale Blue Dot. Dan is an expert in operations and logistics. He has created a system and a tool that allows him to pull a lot of ordering information, fulfillment information, tracking information into his Missive instance and his team's Missive instance. This allows his team to reply to emails incredibly fast without having to go to a different system to check for context. And it puts everything in Missive in one place. Enough from me. Let's hear from Dan.
Pale Blue Dot is an operations and finance consulting firm. We're based in New York. And part of our core offering is that we offer sales processing support for CPG businesses. We're using Missive to essentially manage our different clients' email inboxes for their sales orders. We've built an application using Retool that helps us aggregate all of the order data from all of our different clients to effectively have a tech-enabled way to oversee all of our clients' orders in each of their different systems, as every client uses a different ERP system and they have a different workflow when it comes to sales order processing. And we found it super valuable and Missive that we've been able to build in the sidebar a tool that connects to our application, that we can pull in contextual information on an order and bring it into Missive. This email came in from a customer, for example, and they're looking for an update on this order. So I can take the PO number and I'm going to find it in our system. So here it is. And this is giving me quick access to order data. So I can see that this is in transit and it should be delivered on March 25th, which is today. So we can go back easily to this customer and say, hey, this is getting delivered today. Now, because I've linked other conversations to this order, I can also quickly bounce around to other conversations in Missive. This was the original order coming in. This is a notification from our warehouse that it left the warehouse and it was in transit to the customer. So this is another really helpful feature to bounce around to see other related emails to that order. And then I'm able to also pull it up in our system to access the full order details. Where, again, this is our tool that we built that essentially aggregates customer orders across many different platforms.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. How are you going to do this? Dan is going to walk us through exactly how he built this tool in Retool.
Through the Missive API, I can show a preview here. I'm able to tap into the JSON details of this conversation. So each conversation has an ID, and then that ID we're linking in our Postgres database. So in our Retool app, we can see the link between this email and whatever order we're linking it to. Here's the example order that we were looking at before. And yeah, Retool is a very powerful tool that allows you to essentially drag and drop different UI components into an application. I wouldn't call it no code, I would call it low code, because you do need an understanding of JavaScript and SQL for the basics. And this allows us to easily connect a conversation in Missive to an order and pull in all this contextual information and then edit it within our application. So the application that we built is running on a Postgres database. We're using Supabase as the hosting platform. And in our database, we have a table called Missive Conversation. Every record in here has an ID, and this is the ID of the Missive Conversation. And then in the application, we can link a conversation to an order, or in our system, we're also tracking tickets. So we can link a Missive conversation to a ticket specifically. So we have a column here that is essentially categorizing whether that conversation is being linked to an order, to an issue, or to a shipment. And then every order and or ticket and or shipment in our system has its own unique ID, which is this type ID. So this relates to the order. So this Missive conversation starting in 6.9 relates to the order ID in our system that starts with 0D. And then we're also capturing the Missive link and the subject of the conversation. So then in our application on our side, when we're looking at the order details, we can also pull up that missive conversation easily. And that this part is what enables that quick changing between conversations in the app.
There's so much more that Dan and I got into about Retool, about simplifying operations, about how they do it specifically within Missive. But we wanted to keep the first video kind of light and simple. Do you want to hear more from Dan and you want to see us do more videos of this, let us know. We're always open to feedback, and we'll hopefully see you in the next one.